Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's morning for you guys in the US and evening for us today in India. And we have the Holi festival today, so happy Holi to everyone who's watching this video. What I'm going to try and do today is, after a long while, I'm going to try and analyze what the market is doing because we've seen a good fall in the market, and it was something that was possible because saw a lot of sideways movement on the top, and there was some kind of a distribution that was happening. We obviously know about the distribution because the market has fallen after that sideways move. And I did come back to you on the group and tell you that the market is sideways and it has broken a range, and there is a possibility of 8 to 10% fall. And we're close to that 8 to 10% fall. And now I'm just looking at the chart and trying to analyze if we still have some more way, more distance to go down, or have we stabilized and probably is close to something where we can see a slight reversal, a slight relief rally, which we can take advantage of and try to make some profit on the way back up to at least 50% of the fall. That's what happens. The market will not always fall in a single line. It will retract a few, points before it continues its journey down, or maybe it'll go sideways for a moment. The Trump turmoil is what I call it. He's caused a lot of insecurity in the markets, and that's showing. So without adding more in my commentary, I'm going to share my screen, and what we're going to try to do is we are going to see what's in store for us. So let's do that, right? So this, if you see now, this is the chart of the NQ. I will not start with the NQ. I will use the QQQ in contrast because on my screen, the chart of NQ will be a delayed screen. So this is the monthly chart uh, of QQQ. And what you're seeing is this is the, let me take you to on the daily first, and this will show you what we were seeing for the past few days. This is where I saw we took a lot of trades and made a lot of profit in this area. And we've seen now that the market, once it left this sideways movement, has gone down and scraped and created some kind of an area where we are beginning to go sideways. Now, how do we assess if we have hit something which is a support? So if you see there's a beautiful fair value gap on the daily chart, which is where we found support and we've had two double bottom lows and then we're moving up. So we're not out of the woods as yet, but yeah, we're seeing some kind of support. And the way to analyze this is that when you see this kind of support, we take a measurement of what the market is doing. And I have a tool which gives me approximately 50% of the move down is where I see some kind of a. So you have these markings from my old trades that I took. So this is the amount. 500 is the level at which I think we might have some kind of a target in the near term. So anything between uh, 490 and 500 is something that we can look to get in this relief rally. But the relief rally happens only once we cross this swing high. If we sustain above the swing high, which is, what level is this? This is, let me take my tool. This is 480. So if we cross 480, we can aim for 490, which is 493, which could be the first target that we could aim for. And typically I would aim between 480 and 490. So the 10-point gain that I think we can get. Once we get this 10-point gain, it'll embolden me if the rally sustains to take me to that 500, close to that 500 level, which is a reasonably good level because it's a psychological area. 500 round figure is a psychological area, and we could be heading for that. So that's what I see on the QQQ. Let's look at SPY and see what the SPY is offering. Sorry, I did not take the weekly scenario here. Well, the weekly scenario shows that we're seeing a good bounce from this level here. We have one more fair value gap here, which is now is something which we are in at this point of time, though it was completely broken, but we've bounced from a level below that and we have come higher. Now, if we sustain above this level of 488.81 is where we really come into play on the QQQ. So you need to wait for 480.81 to be the close today. and then we could, try and support that move up to 493 and 503 eventually. So we are not yet in confirmation on this move. We see a level above 480.81, a close above 480.81, and some more sustained presence above that level is when actually the the conviction to 493 and 503 happens. So this is as far as the QQQ is concerned. Let's go to SPY and see what the SPY is given. Similar movements, a lot of sideways consolidation on the top, the fall, and what a beautiful fall. This is crazy. This is a crazy fall. Now let's take the 50% journey on this weekly chart, and what we get is a level of 500, and this is the level that we get. So what is this level? I'm marking it up as 581. Sorry, let me just my marker tool. 581 is the level that I see we could be targeting. We've had a beautiful sweep. Now again, if you see on the weekly, we have some kind of a fair value gap from where it is supported. But this fair value gap, I must tell you, is not very, very uh, empowered because it has been mitigated to a huge extent. But yeah, this is where it is getting supported. Now let's go to the daily and see if we have something in store which we can watch out for. So what you see here again on the daily is this beautiful fair value gap, which is what is giving support. And this is a virgin fair value gap which has not been tested before, and we have the first time it got tested, we had one, two, three touches on this, and now we are bouncing. So that's a good move. So the move that I would want to clear here is now this particular fair value gap is what we need to clear. And then once you clear this, so there are three important levels to mark here. The one is this one is the old swing low, which is like a support resistance level. And if you see, it coincides right up to this volume gap here. Above this gives a lot of confidence. So my first destination for this move above this would be 565. That's a 5-point move. And then if things go well, we could then target this level, which is a 50% level of force 570 odd. So we could look at 570 or just below 572 as our target. So this is what I'm looking for on my relief move right up. If we sustain above 572, the journey could take us up to 582 here again. And then from there on, so what is the level? Wait, let me see. Also, the 50% level is 581. So this is the probable level that we are looking at, but we divide it into parts. The first move from 561 to 565.47 is the litmus test for this move, and then above 565, 572, and above 572, 581.45 is the levels that I can see on the chart. Let me go a little time frame lower and see what's in store for us here. Well, the same levels apply, so we don't have anything major happening. Same levels work for me here. So we are at a good level. The moment we close above this 563 odd level, it should be encouraging. So yeah, I think what we have done is we've made two fair value gaps in this move. Let me go down to a 30-minute and see if I can find a good entry point. Well. Yeah, we've had some good moves here. So this is not very good. It's a breakaway gap. We're doing well. So if we close above 560.98 in the morning today, in the evening today, I could be encouraged. So let's see what's happening. I would want to use a touch back into which fair value gap. This is also a fair value gap which could touch back into, but let me check this. Okay. I think this is a good setup to take. If it fails, it fails, not a problem. A small risk and a big reward is what we are looking at. So if you take, say, 100 shares, you might as well keep booking on the way up. But this is what I will want to aim for. If you see, I am already in this. I have an $866 profit on a 400 share buy-in somewhere lower. And what I'm going to do is in front of you, I'm going to book out of 200 of these. So booking partial profits is always good. If it comes back lower down again, I'm going to take some profits there. So yeah, 200, that's right. So I'm going to book some profit here at 561.45. Let me book some profits here. Yeah, yes, I booked some profits here. $400 in the bag. And if I get to 559 again, I'm already in it. But if you are not in it, 559 is a good area to get in. So I see some resistance on the top here and I expect it to come down. That's the reason I'm trying to buy back again in the area in the red zone is where I want to buy back again. That is the reason I booked out on some profits. If I see a price below 559, I might start to begin again for the 200 that I just sold off here. So this is what I'm analyzing for the SPY and the QQQ. And these will give you a cue on what's going to happen in the market. So I think the pain is subsiding for a while. And let's look at RSI and see what the RSI is telling us. That should give us an interesting read. Did we get into an overbought zone? And are we bouncing from there? So we have the RSI here. Sorry, I have two RSIs. So what do we see in the RSI? Let's just blow this up. We went below the 40 mark. Now let's go on the daily and see it. Sorry. So we were below the 30 level and we are just beginning to bounce back. So we were in the oversold area and you see we are just crossing this average line from below. And every time the average line gets crossed from below, if you see here, let's try and look at this particular scenario here. When the average line gets crossed from below, the market starts to move a little higher. That's what's happening here. If we see this average line crossing above, we should have the market take us to 581 odd levels. This is my read from what I see here, and that is something that I think should be able to get me some understanding of what the market is doing. So this is, guys, what I feel on the SPY and the QQQ, which are the base, uh, you know, indicators of what the market is doing on a overall basis. For stock specifically, we could go and test some stocks. I don't want to make the video a little very big, but I have a trade set up here. 118 is where I want to buy. 124.99 is my target. 114.11 is my, so, but I didn't get my entry today. It did not come into my entry today. So I may not get an entry and I want to play safe on the stock specific basis. So I'm just going to hold on to this NVDA buy and see if it gives me 118. I will write it to 124.99 in whatever time I get. BTC, I'm expecting it to go up to this level of, I'm expecting it to go to a level of 92,000 from here. I have a buy-in somewhere at 84,390. This is a trade, ongoing trade that I have in my kitty, but this is not the amount that it reflects. This is a paper trade. This is not a trade that I'm taking in my real account because this is a paper trade. That's what is what it is. So guys, this is what I think is what I look at the market in the US. I would be glad to help you with any stock specifics that you're looking at. Share your stock in the comment box if you want me to look at it, and I will help you with an analysis, a video analysis on that too. That's it for this video. Thank you, guys. Look forward to catching you again in the next video. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.